Thank you very much, everybody, for attending today. This is the Energy Australia and Cherry Energy Solutions Power2U webinar. My name is Michelle Kemp. I'm the Group Marketing Manager for Echo Group. Cherry Energy Solutions is our commercial renewable energy and energy efficiency solutions business. So before we start, please send us any questions that you have throughout the webinar in the Q&A section at the bottom of your screen, and we'll address them at the end of the webinar. So I'm now going to pass over to Phil Thornton. He is the product owner from Energy Australia, and he will start off by introducing the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for your time today. So Energy Australia participated in Ausgrid's tender process back in 2019 for their Power2U program, and we were successful in becoming Ausgrid's preferred market provider for this program. Ausgrid's Power2U program is an initiative that encourages customers to take up renewable energy and efficiency measures, such as installing solar systems, lighting upgrades, and sharing their excess stored energy with the grid. The program seeks to provide more choice to customers about the way they use their energy, maximising grid efficiency benefits and reducing costs. The two-year program is operating in selected suburbs in Sydney and is part of Ausgrid's efforts to develop innovative demand management solutions that allow Ausgrid to manage the network more flexibly and improve reliability for customers in the network. This really aligns with Energy Australia's ambition to lead the clean energy transformation for all. Our partner for this work is Cherry Energy Solutions. In 2019, Energy Australia acquired 49% of Echo Group, trading as Cherry Energy Solutions. Cherry Energy Solutions is a national business with a reputation for service and technical advice. The partnership is about catering to our customers who want to get on top of their energy costs, supported by cutting-edge technologies. Cherry Energy have installed over 1 million LED lights and 50 megawatts of solar in their history. Recently, Energy Australia made plans to acquire 100% of Echo Group. This is subject to approval by the Foreign Investment Review Board, and this reinforces Energy Australia's commitment to becoming Australia's energy partner, offering customers clean and modern energy solutions, and to lead the transition to a clean energy future. Cherry Energy Solutions customers now have peace of mind that they are going to be a strong, stable partner for them now and long into the future. Cherry Energy have demonstrated that they are leaders in solar and energy efficiency technologies, and we're excited to continue our joint work of supplying businesses and households with energy products and services that save money. I'll shortly hand you over to Jeff Lai, who's Head of Sales for New South Wales and Queensland. He'll provide more detail about the program and benefits. In summary, there is a savings of $250 per kilowatt of solar installed and 100 megawatt hours per year for energy reduction in LED lighting. There is a limit for funding per customer, and that's $50,000. Over the past year, we've secured sales and completed installs for customers across a range of industries, including retail, hospitality, fitness, education, and health. Thanks again for your time. I'll hand you over to Jeff to provide more details on the program. Thank you, Jeff. You're on mute, Jeff.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for making the time. I'm going to share with you a few slides, and if you have any questions throughout, please feel free to direct it to us via the chat channel. So the Ausgrid Power2U campaign is exclusive to us in order to supply and install and provide you ongoing maintenance as well. So I'll run you through the program, what it's about, and how you can take advantage of it. So 50,000 reasons. Why would you say it's 50,000? Only because there's $50,000 worth of incentives per customer to take advantage of this Power2U campaign. It is exclusive and limited to the 12 suburbs that I'll walk you through in terms of eligibility. So receive up to 50 grand per customer. An example split could be 35 grand solar and 15 grand LED, or it might be a full 50 grand uptake of solar. I'll also share some case studies with you as well to show you through some of the journeys that our customers took in order to take advantage of this, which in turn reduces their payback and makes it far more compelling to sign off on business cases. So $1 million was up for grabs, and it was funded by Arena and in partnership with Energy Australia and Ausgrid, and Cherry is the implementation partner. So this is available across LED and solar, and it's first in, first serve. So with that $1 million there, it is 50 grand per customer, and it must be installed by end of this year. Where is it available to? So it's available for SME, CNI, which is corporate, industrial, and government agencies. So Phil mentioned about some of those industries that are thriving at the moment. So within those particular industries, we can definitely look at the opportunity for you. And the next steps would be around looking at the actual feasibility, doing the design, and then giving you a proposal and see if that fits within your paybacks. What is excluded is K-12, so public and private. However, childcare centres are okay for this, and it is only for 12 approved suburbs. So what does 50 grand worth of incentives look like? It equals a 200 kilowatt solar system. So if you can fit that on your roof, typically we'll look at a couple of things when we get out on site. We'll look at how much energy are you consuming versus how much could we put on your roof, and coupled with that, we'll design a solution to fit and show you what the paybacks and investments look like. So why act now? Here are some of the top reasons that we wanted to share with you. Typically, it's about $1 a watt out in the marketplace, where $100,000 worth of investment would buy you a 100 kilowatt system. With Ausgrid's 25 grand discount, assuming it's a 100 kilowatt system, it gives you a better ROI and faster paybacks. That, coupled with the STC government rebates, is an absolute no-brainer to get business cases through. And we are seeing the STCs dropping. So by 1st of January, there's going to be a drop of between 3 and 5%. So that's out of our control. So what is within our control is if you act now and look at those opportunities, we can get that installed before end of year, which is sensational. So the timing is everything here. You can also take advantage of the higher USD as well. So we're seeing high 70s or 72, 73 at the moment. So that in turn gives a better return on the proposals that we are getting back out to customers. You can also take advantage of the tax incentives as well. So instant asset write-offs up to 100%, depending on your business size and turnover. And it is a new asset on the roof, and other depreciation can apply as well. So please do seek financial advice for that. And finally, it's a great sustainability story as well. So what do we mean by that? So it's a great journey to talk about how much carbon is reduced from the marketplace. And we're seeing many of our clients, especially in the food manufacturing industry, where they're actually stamping that the food is made or processed and powered by the sun. That's an absolute great story to tell. And then after discounts, we are quoting approximately 65 grand for a 100 kilowatt system. That is absolutely sensational. So that is subject to obviously site conditions and the final solution as well. So depending on the technology that we offer, but a typical and average size system on 100 kilowatts, after all the discounts that I mentioned above in this slide, would give you an output of 65 grand. So we are seeing in terms of payback, that's about 3 years, 3.5 years, which is absolutely sensational. And again, typically paybacks are just around that 5-year mark. So faster payback equals a no-brainer. So I'll share with you some case studies shortly as well on how we're getting these projects approved. So Wentworth Park Sporting Complex, by choosing Cherry Energy Solutions, they're looking at a lighting upgrade, and within the Ausgrid Power2U campaign, they took advantage of that. So there's quite a significant amount of lights upgraded here, over 3,000 lights that were upgraded to LED, and that equated to 175 kilowatt hours and 228 tons of carbon saved from the atmosphere. And there's a little testimonial there as well from the client. So they're absolutely happy with the end result and gave us some nice feedback accordingly as well. So this is the lighting part of the story, and then I'll share with you shortly an opportunity around solar and what we did there as well. So with this one here, the customer did take advantage of the full $50,000. Any questions so far? If you do have comments, please put them down in the chat box, and then we'll address it at the end.
No open questions so far, Jeff.
All right, fantastic. We'll keep moving. Thanks, Annie. So Phil mentioned earlier about the kilowatt savings. So it is paying $250 per kilowatt. So that equates to 2 lots of 99.9 systems, which then gives you that full 50 grand up for grabs. Now, the reason why we're pushing around the 99 is that we're seeing a lot of projects passing at that 99 threshold, only because they can take advantage of the STCs up front, as opposed to a larger scale rollout where you then have to claw it back over a number of years, what you call an LGC component. So the STCs are getting through a lot better and faster when you're passing that through to the board or through to management for sign-off. So that $250 per kilowatt would give you that 25 grand for a 100 kilowatt system. With lighting, it's paying $100 per megawatt hour. So you saw the example with Park Sports Complex, where they took advantage of that. And that's typically calculated in our tool, where we're also taking into consideration the lights that are eligible for the IPART, which is the New South Wales Government STCs. So they're only available to certain product ranges, whether it's from fluoros to LED tubes, high bays to LEDs, and also floodlights as well, so out around the perimeter. And then certain downlights are also eligible too. So if you're unsure, please do get in touch with us. We'll provide you our contact details and a link as well, where you can then get in touch with us, and we'll be able to come out and on site and quote you for that. So you're wondering which suburbs are available. So within the City of Sydney Council, there is only 12 suburbs available. So this map and footprint here will show you that. And I'll just quickly walk you through those 12 suburbs that are eligible. So you've got Alexandria, Beaconsfield, Camperdown, Chippendale, Darlington, Erskineville, Everleigh, Forest Lodge, Glebe, Piedmont, Rosebery, and Ultimo. So the reason why these 12 suburbs were chosen and agreed upon in consultation with Ausgrid, City of Sydney, is because these are where it's fully loaded and utilised within Ausgrid's network. And the idea is, rather than injecting billions of dollars of investment into their infrastructure, the easiest no-brainer is to supply some sort of incentive to allow for that easy solar on the rooftop or lighting within the buildings to then bring down that carbon reduction, which in turn will reduce the energy load into their infrastructure. So 12 suburbs only, as you can see. Anything outside of the fringe, if you're borderline, again, if you're not sure, please get in touch with us. The easiest way to look at this is to look at your electricity bill, and it normally will state on there your actual location, and then it will also give you your meter identity as well, the NMI. That is important to us to then verify and to make sure that it is eligible. If it is slightly outside and worthwhile looking at, again, please get in touch. We'll be happy to explore that and take it back to Ausgrid and City of Sydney for consideration. But definitely anything within these 12 suburbs that's listed on your electricity bill, whether it's lighting or solar, please do get in touch. We'll be happy to work with you. So some of the other project highlights under this campaign include, so I touched on Wentworth Park Sports Complex. I'll go through shortly on the RPA Hospital and their rollout there as well. We're seeing Officeworks come through, Anytime Fitness, Oaks Hotel down in Piedmont, a 70 kilowatt for Independent Education Unit, 29 kilowatt for Mr. Rose's, an LED program for the Sydney Property Group, which is a medical centre around Camperdown. So these are some of the projects. We've got many more that we've also installed and some more also in progress as well, including 4 lots of 99 kilowatt systems that are about to get installed, which is sensational, and we'll share those stories with you in due course. But coming back to these projects here, these are some of the examples that we've rolled out, and I'll quickly touch on some of those better performing industries as well. So we're seeing retail starting to come through, definitely manufacturing and processing, there's an uptake there. We're seeing the New South Wales government agencies as well looking at coming out to market and tendering for energy efficiency projects. And then there's certain pickpockets as well, such as the florist industry. Obviously, people can't get out to see their loved ones, whether it's in hospital or in aged care. Therefore, they're ordering a whole bunch of roses, of course, and sending it out to their loved ones. So that market is absolutely thriving. Their power's going through the roof, Mr. Roses, that is. So why not offset that by putting a 29 kilowatt system on their roof? So again, we could put more, but based on their consumption currently, we looked at projections and forecast versus what they can fit on the roof, and a 29 kilowatt system was going to offset that energy use. Here's a case study on RPA Hospital. So RPA, as you know, they're in Camperdown and they've got multiple buildings. There's about 15, 20 buildings there, and we rolled out solar across 2 buildings to the equivalent of 178 kilowatts. Because it's a sensitive site, we had to work very closely with them to ensure utmost care for patients and not to disrupt any power. So the last thing we wanted was an outage, so we did cutovers first thing in the morning on a weekend, where there was less use in their surgeries and theatres. So for this project here, communication was everything, and it was a great partnership with the RPA. Why did they sign up with us? Prior to taking up this solar through the Ausgrid Power2U campaign, they couldn't get any projects through. So case studies and paybacks were greater than 5-6 years. And because of the nature of their buildings and the complexity of their roof and the height, there were additional costs such as crane hire and potential traffic management, which then blew the costs out furthermore. So with the Ausgrid Power2U and what it was paying to offset that, it became a no-brainer for them to then take this project on. And now they're reaping the rewards from, power from the sun. So 178 kilowatts. They could have a whole lot more, but because of the other buildings and mechanicals on the roof, shading, etc., that's works in progress. So we're hoping to work with them on future opportunities. So what does 50 grand worth of incentives look like? So I touched on this before, just to remind you, it's a 200 kilowatt solar system. So the Ausgrid discount, you're probably thinking, when is that payable? How do I get it? So it is offset upfront of your proposal, and these discounts are additional to the STCs and LGCs as well. So what that means is we'll look at the base price, we'll add everything into the bill of materials, and then we'll offset it by the Ausgrid discount, and then we'll also take off the government rebates, assuming you are getting a system up to 99 kilowatts. And that STC value approximately is about $50,000. So there's 50 plus 25, 75 grand that comes off your proposal up front. So the solutions have to be provided through us as the exclusive implementation partner for this. Channel partnerships are available as well. So depending on the audience online, if you're an end user or if you're a channel partner and you've got your own set of clientele, we can definitely look at a channel partnership with you as well in order to fulfill that. Reach out to us and then we'll walk you through the next steps. This campaign here is available for SME, CNI and government agencies. It does exclude K-12, but childcares are okay. And we'll provide you with a link if you haven't seen it already that takes you to those 12 suburbs that are eligible. Quickly on the Echo Group and where Cherry sits within this business. So Michelle touched on this earlier as an introduction, and I'll just quickly walk you through the Echo Group. So Phil has mentioned the Echo Group were previously acquired 49%. We're now in 100% acquisition mode pending the Foreign Investment Review Board. So Cherry, Little and Eco Energy are the energy divisions of the Echo Group. All 3 divisions are acquired. So Cherry is a full turnkey lighting and solar. Little is our wholesale lighting arm, so we manufacture lighting and bring that in directly and then on-sell it back to not only the wholesale market, but then Cherry fulfills lighting opportunities through Little as well. So the Wentworth Sports Complex that you saw, those 3,000 lights, they were our own product sets. Eco Energy on the right-hand side there is our resi business. So if there is any residential opportunities within those 12 suburbs, feel free to reach out to us as well. So some of Cherry's capabilities, pending the Foreign Investment Review Board, that 100% should come on through. We've done over 8,000 installations for solar and over 1 million LED lights. We are triple ISO certified as well, and we're an approved supplier for both lighting and solar on many government panels, including the local government procurement, LGP and OEH, which is the Office of Environmental and Heritage. And we're also in partnerships with many councils as well. So the EUA, I'll touch on it quickly, Environmental Upgrade Agreement. So that is through City of Sydney Council. So this campaign is eligible for that. If you're unsure, if you have any more questions, reach out to us and we can explain to you how that model works. And where I'm leading to next is your way of procuring and method of procurement as well. So you can obviously purchase off us directly cash funded. We'll also offer finance options as well, so 5, 7 and 10 year options. And then EUA is that third pillar for you to engage and invest in. So you can take that up through your council rate within the City of Sydney Council. So if you do have a customer within those 12 suburbs, or you are in there yourself, being the direct end user, talk to us and we can talk you through the next steps on how to apply for that. So what that means is, rather than paying for it upfront or go onto a financing model, you are going to get it billed quarterly on your council rate. So some of our accreditations that I've touched on as well, that you can see. And then finally, 50 grand is up for grabs. So $50,000 worth of incentives that Ausgrid is paying. So that is limited, however, and the time is now to act to ensure that we do get installations in by 31st of December.
Attendees that if you do have any questions, you can put them in the Q&A section at the bottom of your screen. But just to preempt some, Jeff, would you mind speaking to the attendees on how long it takes to install and what the lag time for installations are at the moment?
Sure. So leading into the mad rush to Christmas, our installations are absolutely filling through the roof, coupled with the STC prices dropping as well by 1st of January 2021, we are seeing a massive uptake just in general outside of this campaign. So within these 12 suburbs, we do have many projects live at the moment, and our typical turnaround is between 10 and 12 weeks for full installation. That includes the actual application through to the grid providers as well. So when you're talking your applications in to allow and get these solar approved to be commissioned and installed. The actual physical installation for example, a 30 kilowatt is only about a week. For a 99 kilowatt, it's about 2 weeks for the actual physical installation. What happens in parallel and out of our control is that grid application and how long it takes for Ausgrid to then come out, look at the commissioning and signing it off, and then allowing that to be effective into your electricity rates.
Great. And so I just wanted to also add on that due to the large number of installations that we usually have before the summer period when it's bright and sunny, if you want to get an installation in before the 31st of December, we need to get in signed approval by the end of this month. Is that right, Jeff?
Correct. That is right.
Great. Since we don't have any questions still, maybe the last something we can talk about would be how COVID might be affecting any installations. Do you foresee any delays due to COVID, or could you talk about the safety procedures that we have in place at the moment?
Sure. So depending on those different and sensitive industries such as aged care, health and education, we do have a COVID plan that works towards that, and that covers not only the restrictions around COVID, but also how we go about our daily rollouts from access hire through to deliveries, through to how many personnel will get onto the roof. So there is a COVID plan in place that we can share with you to ensure that the installations are done with the utmost care and within the restrictions and guidelines.
Fantastic. We don't have any open questions at the moment. I will assume everyone is just absorbing your information, Jeff. So I just did want to add on, if anyone had any questions, you can feel free to email us at hello@cherryenergysolutions.com.au, or you can give us a call or have a look at our website. We have all details about the Ausgrid incentive on our website as well. Michelle, would you like to add any closing remarks for us?
Hi everybody. Thank you so much for attending today. It was really lovely to have you all here to find out more about the Ausgrid program. So we really appreciate your time. We hope you found the information helpful on how easy it is to become more energy efficient, sustainable, and to reduce your costs and carbon emissions. So if you or anyone you know would be interested in participating in this program, time is really running out. So yes, as Annie just said, please don't hesitate to get in touch. with us at Cherry Energy Solutions. Again, that's hello@cherryenergysolutions.com.au, or our phone number is 1300 740 784, and our website is cherryenergysolutions.com.au. Thank you very much for attending, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.